From the halls of Cape Coral High School to USF Bulls, Nate Allen holds our hometown pride as he represents South Florida in the NFL.
As safety for the Philadelphia Eagles, Nate has made a career high of 6 interceptions, and now at the age of 26, he's got many people believing that his best days are still ahead of him. Nate's current rookie contract has ended, making him one of the most talked about free agents in the league. We're so excited to have the chance to talk to our own homegrown star about his future. Nate Allen, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here.
All right, Nate, let's get real. In 2010, you were drafted in the 2nd round of the NFL to the Philadelphia Eagles. There has been a lot of changes on that team in the past 4 years, starting with the way the defensive line is played all the way to the coaching staff. So talk to us about how that's changed you as a player and how it's changed the organization.
I've grown as a player just because of the time I've been in the league. That in itself will change you. I look back to my rookie year and I see where my mindset was in my mind frame, and it's just a complete turnaround now that I'm going into my 5th year. And like you said, the organization has changed a lot. But that's kind of a common thing around the NFL. You know, your coaching staff usually changes some way every year. Players are always coming in and out every year. So the NFL is a league about change, and it's basically the team that can gel together in the quickest time and, you know, make it all work and have that chemistry together and win a Super Bowl, because there's always change. And you know, and me personally, I've changed as a player, gotten better, and taken my bumps and bruises, and yeah, it's been an interesting ride so far.
Well, speaking of bumps and bruises, I know you have been quoted as saying that you want to stay with the organization. You want to play in Philadelphia. However, SB Nation said that you would be a great pickup for the Kansas City. So, would you go to Kansas City, and would you play for Andy Reid again?
I would. And like you said, it would be nice to be back in Philly, because I just, you know, the familiarity with it, and you know, I'm familiar with the scheme and the system and the coaching staff, and like what they're doing there in Philly. But I also know, you know, it's the business side of it, and sometimes that's not how everything works out. And it'd be a blessing to be anywhere, and I would love to be in Kansas City if that's what ended up happening at the end of the day. Love Coach Reid as a coach, and you know, think the world of him.
And aside from football, I know you're kind of a basketball fan. Do you have any early thoughts on March Madness coming up?
Wichita State.
Wow.
Got some money on that,
That's who I'm picking.
How do you set up the brackets, Nate?
It's really just a big guess. I mean, usually it comes down to the top 4 teams for me, and usually I have my one sleeper in there, but I'm picking Wichita State to win it all.
I like it. We're going to win. We need to place money on it, but based on his recommendation.
What about our boys here at Gulf Coast?
They can, yeah, for sure. Pick them. What is it, Dunk City? Yeah. So hopefully it was good to see them in there last year. That was good.
Nate, we spent some time recently with Ernest Grimm, who played for the Tampa Bucks. He's a coach here at North Fort Myers High School. Do you ever see yourself doing anything like that? Maybe some coaching on the side, or maybe down the road?
Possibly. You know, coaching requires a lot of time, and, a lot of sacrifice, and it's something when I get out, I'll think about it, and I'll try to stay around the game in some way. Maybe not coaching, but who knows? When I get out, that might change, and I might miss it a lot and get right into coaching.
Do you have any rituals before you go out on the field? Anything?
I don't. I get asked that a lot. And I don't really. I mean, the only thing I can think of is I go out and I warm up, listen to music. That's the main thing. And I'm trying to think of anything crazy I do in the locker room.
Superstitions,
same thing every day.
maybe?
No, really.
You change your socks, you change.
Right, we change everything. Right. It's just, basically, I guess I go through the same routine before every game. I do the same thing every time. I mean, it's not like anything special. It's that same routine. Get in the locker room, get in the hot tub, go. So it's all the same routine. So.
Is it the same playlist in your earbuds?
No, and sometimes we have music playing throughout the whole locker room. So sometimes I just roll with that.
Well, speaking of change, we all know that this year at the Super Bowl, the Seattle Seahawks proved that, you know, that there's a different way of playing football. Is that your style of football? Could you change to that?
Yeah, definitely. And they play at a high level. You know, they're. I kept telling everybody, you know, Seattle, that defense is playing well.
Boom.
The Legion of Boom. Okay, right. You're familiar with it. They got a great secondary back there, and You know, I got a lot of respect for those guys, Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor, Sherman, all those guys. And yeah, they play at a high level, and you know, they deserve to be where they are this year.
Well, we love getting to know you. We're so excited to have you on the show today. And before we go, we have a few seconds left. One of our producers, his name is Thomas, and I thought it'd be really cool if we did a quick selfie video.
Let's do
Come
the
on, get in
selfie.
here, Chris.
Let's do the
I know.
selfie.
All right,
Huh?
1, 2.
So
All right.
let's say hi,
There it is.
Thomas.
Hey, Thomas. Go Eagles.
Sorry you missed us today. We miss you.
Yep, we miss you.
Chris.
And
You got a
Bye,
Skins
Nate.
fan right here.
it's true.
Yeah.
And Nate, we hope you know that wherever your career takes you, you've got your hometown cheering for you.
Thank you.
All the way.
Thank you.
And I heard a little rumor. What are your cooking skills like as a bachelor?
Oh boy.
I'm gonna just warn you because
yeah, I
she's
know.
doing Crisco's Kitchen and she runs a tight kitchen.
I know.
I'm
I
gonna
was
tell
joking
you.
and told her I'd maybe teach her a few things. But
Oh.
hey,
think
I'm
that
just
could happen.
kidding.
Wait a minute.
I'm just
So
kidding.
you will go into the kitchen with me?
I will go in there.
Well, you heard
Challenge
I will go in
accepted.
there.
Up
All
next,
right.
Chris will take Nate into the kitchen for a quick lesson. Don't go anywhere. He's gonna teach her a little something this
And
time.
I'm going to teach him something too.
Let's do it.